Yo, welcome back everybody to the MMA Fight Realm. Thanks for tuning in. If you are new, it is your boy Chris, and I'm giving you guys my post weigh-ins picks video, something new for the channel, but I feel like you guys need to know how these fighters look on the scale, depending on if you got money on them, right? So, replacing units on these fighters deserve to know how they look on the scale, and you know, some of these fighters, I will say, looked a little questionable today. And let's talk about it, So I do have the picks video out. Best bets video is going to be coming out along with this video. So 3 videos for you guys to check out for this weekend UFC Vegas 88 card. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what you think of these post weigh-ins picks videos, if I should keep doing them, So let's talk about it in the comments. All right, so first matchup, Chad Anheliger taking on Charalampos Grigoriou. Grigoriou making his debut. In the weigh-ins, I didn't see much different to convince me, to sway me from picking Anheliger over Grigoriou. I'm still gonna stick with the newcomer making his debut. I think that he did look physically stronger, obviously, but he's got the youth to his advantage. So I'm still sticking with Charalampos Grigoriou for the other reasons I mentioned in the picks video. I think he's got the grappling advantage here and the striking advantage to maybe get a finish in this fight. Next one, we got Mitch Ramirez taking on Thiago Moisés. I think Mitch Ramirez, from what I saw in the weigh-ins, he looked a little stronger. Posed like a size advantage against Thiago Moisés. I mean, we saw that, on the numbers, we saw that he was going to have a height and reach advantage, but he looked a little physically strong. Moisés is gonna have a hard time locking in any submissions or having much grappling success. I think he's gonna prefer position over submission in this fight. And Moisés by decision plus 240 is starting to entice me a little bit more. I think plus 240 Moisés by decision is looking real good, because I think, like I said, Mitch, he looked big there in that weigh-ins and in the face-off. So next fight, I mean, as for that pick though, I'm still sticking with Moisés, obviously. But now in terms of finishing, I don't know. By decision though, definitely likely, because you're still taking on a guy who was just outside the top 15, and for a newcomer, only 9 fights. I still got to go with experience here. So Thiago Moisés is the pick by decision, and plus 240 might put some chalk on that. Next fight, the strawweights, Jaqueline, Amorim, and Cory McKenna. Now, I was going with Cory McKenna. I thought she was gonna, look a bit stronger than Amorim on the weigh-ins and in the face-off, but I didn't see that. And I do think that Amorim, I said in the picks video, she is more dangerous in terms of getting a finish and just being the more dangerous grappler
Next to the scale in the
in this
strawweight
fight.
division,
And
Jaqueline Amorim.
you know what? I went with Cory McKenna, but in the picks video, but in the post weigh-ins picks, I gotta go with Amorim in this one. I think that the reach and the grappling of hers is going to play a big role, and this fight is going to take place on the ground. Both of these two prefer the fight to go to the ground, and just from what I saw, I don't think that McKenna's gonna have much of success on the feet. And this fight playing out on the ground, I do not like the guard pulls from Jaqueline Amorim. It's gonna be a huge concern for me, but I'm making a pick flip here, and I'm gonna go with Jaqueline Amorim to get it done by by submission or by ground and pound finish in that fight. Next one, Josh Culibao taking on Danny Silva. Silva missed weight, guys. He missed weight real bad. 148.5, I believe, was where he checked in on the scale. Not good. And what I will say though is that he didn't look depleted. He just looked like maybe getting down there, he didn't really want to do it. But, you know, weight cutting is one of the hardest things to do. It's probably the hardest thing of that sport. You know, a lot of fighters talk about it, and props to him for trying to get close, but he missed weight. And Josh Culibao, his opponent, made weight, had no problems. If you see him on the scale, as you see, you know, he had a smile on his face there and might play a role. You know, I think the fighters that miss weight, I believe there's a statistic out there, it's over 60%, where fighters who miss weight go on to win their fight. So Danny Silva, he is a dog already. You might be looking at another dog to place some money on. Next fight, we have Jafel Filho taking on Ode Osbourne. Not much to say here on the scales. I'm not too swayed about, you know, making any pick flips here. I'm still gonna go with Jafel. I think, you know, Ode Osbourne, he has a lot to fight for here. He's definitely, you know, coming off not so great of a performance, but Jafel Filho still has a lot to prove himself. And one thing I didn't mention in the picks video, he took that Makayev fight on short notice and had him in the worst position possible. Anybody else would tap. I got high praises for Jafel Filho's submission game, and that's Ode Osbourne's biggest weakness. I'm sticking with Jafel Filho to get it done by submission. Next fight is the bantamweights. Chelsea Chandler taking on Josiane Nunes. Now, if you tune into the best bets video, dog of the week is a little different this week. Chelsea Chandler is going to be the dog of the week. That is my first female pick on any best bets video. So I'm rocking with her though. She missed weight. She did miss weight, but not by much. 137 and a half, I believe. No, 137 is where she weighed in for the fight. Just a pound over the 136 pound max weight limit for bantamweight. And if you just heard me earlier, if you miss weight, it's over 60% that these fighters go on to win their fights. She already has that size advantage. Now she missed weight. She's gonna have, I mean, you know, she tried to make it. There's no denying that. She tried to make it. So I'm not gonna say that she has much of a weight advantage here, because these fighters are doing the most to get to that weight limit. And you know, leading into this next one that I'm going to be talking about, that's actually pretty crucial, because a girl like Chelsea Chandler, she's going to be missing 145 a lot. And
135 pounds for Josie.
She's got to show that she can make 135. And she definitely got real close today. But, you know, going forward, she's definitely going to try to shape that up. But I'm sticking with her. Chelsea Chandler is going to get it done and ruin this streak for Josiane Nunes. I think she's just been beating a bunch of cans. Look into her Tapology record, guys. No wins over anybody who has a win in the UFC. Can crusher. Is Chelsea Chandler a can? We'll find out this Saturday. All right. Next fight, we got Natan Levy taking on Mike Davis. Natan Levy looked extremely questionable on weigh-in day, guys. I've seen fighters faint and fighters, you know, look woozy. This guy, I mean, apart from fainting, that's just the worst you could look right there. He came in, and before the weigh-ins, credit to MMA Junkie, subscribe to their page. This is where I was watching the weigh-ins video. Before he stepped on the scale, he sat, and you can see in MMA Junkie's camera view where he was sitting, did not look good, man. Guys, he couldn't dress himself. He couldn't open his own water, couldn't tie his own shoes. That weight cut was devastating for this guy. And then he goes on the scale and he's 157 and a half. So, no, 156 and a half. Sorry. So he misses weight by half a pound. And you can just tell this guy was not gonna go and cut any more weight. I mean, if he did, it was just not gonna be healthy for him. So I don't like his chances in this fight. I even, mentioned in the best bets Mike Davis by knockout. I didn't have it originally in the best bets, but Mike Davis by knockout plus 225 is a great prop piece for Mike Davis. I think he's gonna get it done, and I think he's gonna get it done by knockout. Natan Levy, that weight cut, he got defeated before the fight even started. It just didn't look good, and he, credit to him, he tried to put on a little poker face in there, but I'm just not convinced that weight cut was healthy. So I'm gonna be rocking with Mike Davis. Mike Davis was the pick in the picks video, but something to mention here after the weigh-ins, did not look good for Natan Levy. Now heading into the main card, the opener at middleweight, GM3 Gerald Meerschaert taking on Bryan Barberena. Bryan Barberena looks like he just woke up, guys, and like if he just found out he's fighting GM3 2 days ago or something. I don't think he belongs at 185.
Barberena, who would open up the main
and how he looked on the scales kind of relates to that, but he's a phenomenal fighter. I don't want to, credit to him. He's had a long career, and he doesn't want to do that weight cut anymore. 34 years old. He's had some success in the UFC with his hands, and he thinks he can get it done against GM3. But what I will say for GM3 is he looked ready, guys. He didn't look like he could make 170. He didn't look like that. GM3 looks like he can make 170. Barberena looks like he can make 170. GM3, absolutely not. This guy was toned. He was in there, got a strong physique, and I think he's gonna get it done against Barberena. He looked ready to go, and I'm rocking with him. I still picked him in the picks video, so GM3 is the pick post weigh-ins. There you guys have that. And the next one, Macy Chiasson against Pannie Kianzad. I did mention that Macy hasn't made 135 in a while, and that was the big concern. But post weigh-ins, she made 135 look pretty damn easy. She had a smile on her face, and yeah, granted, she looked like she lost some muscle mass, but she didn't look like she was very drawn out. She didn't look depleted. Didn't look like other fighters that stepped on the scale today that I mentioned earlier. So Macy Chiasson made 135 and or 136, I believe. And Pannie Kianzad, her opponent, no problems on the scale either. But I'm still rocking with Macy Chiasson. I do not like how Kianzad looked in her last fight in terms of takedown defense. And, I just don't know what version we're going to get out of Pannie. Because in the Pennington fight against Raquel Pennington, it was better. The takedown defense was better. But Macy Chiasson, height and reach advantage. She's got the takedowns when she needs them. Well, she knows when she's going to need them. And I'm going to count on that. Macy Chiasson, still rocking with her as that pick. Isaac Dulgarian taking on C-Rod, Christian Rodriguez. That was the next fight. And this one's at 145. C-Rod made 145, guys. He made championship weight for a fight that has no, championship anything, Kind of concerns me because I did mention that I hope he filled out his size for this weight class, taking on a guy like Isaac Dulgarian, who is, he's going to grapple you. He's going to wrestle you. This is not a fight that Isaac wants to play out on the feet with C-Rod in terms of strengths here. So, man, I do not like, but my confidence has decreased for C-Rod, but I'm still going to be picking him. I got to side with experience here, and like I said, I think C-Rod, if he can make it go another round, we don't know how Dulgarian looks in round 2. We don't know how he looks in round 3, We don't know how he looks if someone defends a takedown, guys. So, you know, he's been very dominant. Credit to him. And I mentioned in best bets, I'm hedging this pick with Dulgarian by knockout. So, you know, I do got a little bit of faith in Dulgarian in terms of my money. But pick here is C-Rod. I do think he's a great dog for this week. Next fight, Kennedy Nzechukwu taking on OSP. No problems on the scale for these guys. OSP, 40 years old, made 206, and that's good for him. But he's never had big issues on the scales. He just has issues showing up to fight, and that's my big concern with him. So I'm still rocking with Kennedy Nzechukwu to get that one done. Next fight, Bryan battle taking on Anheliger. Now, if you tune in to best bets, I keep referring to it, guys. Take a look at the video. Lock of the week, Bryan battle. I mentioned why he's my lock of the week. Check it out, guys. I'm still rocking with him. I think at the weigh-ins, he showed that height and reach advantage that we all knew about, and he looked ready for this fight. I mentioned other things in the best bets video. Just check it out, guys. I'm still rocking with him. That's my lock of the week. Next fight, main event, Tuivasa taking on Marcin Tybura. Tuivasa cut weight to make heavyweight, and I think that's going to play a big role in terms of Tybura trying to get that takedown, because Tybura weighed in, I think, at around 247. So, hey, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to take down the big man, Tuivasa, and I'm still rocking with him. I don't care if I get that one wrong. I ain't betting here, and I got no money on that pick. Tuivasa is the guy. Like I said, the last time he went, and I said it in the picks video, the last time he lost 3 in a row, he went on to win 5, and all by knockout. That's how he gets it done. I'm going with Tuivasa here to bounce back this Saturday. And there you guys have it. Post weigh-ins picks. Tune in to the best bets video. Tune into the original picks video, and subscribe, like. Let me know what you guys think of this content, guys. I'm trying to get as much content out as possible for these cards. I will be doing a live stream very soon. Just working on the setup here. I'm going to be creating a new setup for you guys, make it a little more entertaining. And yeah, there you guys have it, man. I'm out. Peace.